like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, love, and music.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review of The Have and the Have Nots Season 5 episode 1 of the new season. I'm very, very excited. I can't wait for this season. I'm happy that The Have and the Have Nots are back. I'm happy that tomorrow, If Loving You Was Wrong is back. So many shows are back on because it's the whole new year. It's January. So the shows are off of hiatus. Very, very excited. I'm gonna be very, very fucking busy. So yeah, it is what it is. So I hope everyone is enjoying their Tuesday. It is currently like 11 o'clock. Every time I be trying to get these reviews done like early when they first come on, I keep getting distracted between the stuff, friends and texting and calling, and my nephew called and my friend was texting me, and it was just stuff going on and whatnot. So yeah, and my heart might be buzzing because I'm kind of having a conversation that I couldn't pause. I'm trying to do two things at once, but forget all of that. I hope everyone had a great day. The weather is getting better here in Michigan. It's not as cold as it was, even though we know it's supposed to be like 50 degrees either tomorrow or Thursday. But hell, after that, it's going to go back down to the 20s. So all the snow that's going to melt, it's going to turn into ice. So that's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. So back to this episode of The Have and the Have Nots. This episode, it was a couple of gag moments, but at the same time, I wanted a little bit more than what I got, but it was still good for what it was. We see the episode picks up with Justin. He's walking through the little jail thing, and like, Harrington. I'm looking like, you don't want to say Jeffrey? And I'm like, oh, wait, he in his whole cop mode. He trying to be professional. Okay, Justin. So Jeffrey like, yeah, right here. And he's like, are you Harrington? He's like, yeah, what's wrong? Of course, what's wrong with you? Jeffrey not hood, Jeffrey not ghetto. So Jeffrey don't get, he trying to play the he trying to act like he's a real ass cop and he don't know you. I don't know for who, because if they on camera, they know you. It doesn't matter. So he like, all right, put your hands on your back. So he's taking Jeffrey out the cell. So I'm like, is this gonna be a prison break? Like, is they finna go on a run as a couple? What's going on here? So he takes Jeffrey to like an interrogation room, and he just trying to get on him, trying to feel on him and touch on him and stuff. I'm looking like, hold up, Justin, you in precinct, bruh. Calm down, little Mohican. And we then see, he like, well, no, I cut the cameras off, so it's safe in here. We can do whatever. Ain't nobody watching us. And so Jeffrey like, oh, okay. But Jeffrey not for all the touching and stuff like that. Jeffrey like, look, it's a lot going on. I ain't trying to go through all that. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Let me get a breather. Now we see that it picks up right where everything left off. So Jeffrey just got arrested. Like, it's not as if it's a day later, because everyone in their same, they're in their same clothes, but sometimes they don't mean nothing, because we know what Tyler Perry, sometimes he just take people in the same clothes and they be there forever. But, so Jeffrey then says, how's your wife doing, and have you talked to your wife? And Justin like, I ain't talked to her. I'll handle that when I get there. I haven't been home. It is what it is. He like, what you talking about? That's your wife. Honey, Justin said, and you my man. I'm looking like, Justin, is he your man? I mean, when he said, and you my man, I was like, bitch, what? Justin is y'all know the actor who plays Justin is actually Tika Sumter's, who was Candace on the show, fiance and baby daddy in real life. I don't know if I can deal with my husband, fiance, kissing all up on some man on TV. Not every week. I mean, he playing this role because he was like, and you my man. I was looking like, Justin is in love, is loving him some Jeffrey. Okay, it is what it is. And then Jeffrey was like, Justin like, you my man. I'm like, okay, you still claim that dick. But Jeffrey's like, you need to calm down, deal with your wife, and he like, look, I don't care about all that. You know what I'm saying? You think I did everything I did to not get you and to not have you in my life. You know what I'm saying? You need me. I'm like, does he now? Does he need you? And when he said like, when he said like, You think I did all this to not have you? I'm like, does Jeffrey not get what he's saying? That he had probably done some things that he wasn't supposed to do, and he ain't leave without him and Jeffrey? That is clear stalker-ish, murder-ish. I'm gonna take it whether you want it or not. Language. I mean, he gonna rape Jeffrey. I don't care what nobody, and rape is not a fine. I'm not even trying to make light of rape, but he gonna take it from Jeffrey because he either gonna take it from Jeffrey or he gonna kill everybody in the vicinity, and that's just what's gonna happen. So when Jeffrey like, look, whatever, I'm just sorry that my mom did this to you, with letting the whole thing out in the courtroom that we was messing around, I'm sorry about that. And he's like, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me handle it. I got it. Jeffrey like, what are you talking about? He was like, don't worry about it. Let me handle it. And Jeffrey like, man, whatever. He's like, look, your mom, did this to us. She did this, not you. You know what I'm saying? We got that bitch. Don't worry about it. I'm like, why Jeffrey not saying to him, what you mean we got that bitch? But then he did say that, he like, what did you do? What are you talking about? And Justin like, look, I took care of it. Don't worry about it. He's like, did you kill her? He's like, Jeffrey, you can't say that up in here. And he's like, well, you said the cameras was on. He like, still, this is still a police. Like, you just can't talk like that in here, He like, look, let me get you back to the cell before they figure out. I forgot. My friend sent me sent me a message, and I meant to send her one back and say I'm recording right now, and I just had to send that message. Sorry, Reba. But yeah, he like, let me get you back to the cell before they realize that you're missing, and then he starts to handcuff Jeffrey, to put him back in his cell and everything to get him back then. But then Jeffrey is handcuffed, and Justin starts like sniffing his neck and all up on it. You with your boo and he like getting ready or whatever in the mirror. You might walk up behind him and just caress his body a little bit. You caress his body a little bit. That's what Justin is doing to Jeffrey as Jeffrey's handcuffed. And I don't know if Jeffrey was making that face because he was turned off by it, or if he just didn't want to get aroused at that time and point or whatever. Because Jeffrey was just like, not now, not now. But, Justin was like, yes, just a little bit. I'm like, y'all is so nasty. All up and he molesting Jeffrey while Jeffrey is handcuffed in his damn interrogation room. And I'm like, not only that, does anybody notice that Justin's beard, he has a full-fledged beard? I don't think he had a full-fledged beard at the end of the last season. I'm like, they should have at least had him look the same way. Because I'm like, if it's not supposed to be any time past, that's a thick-ass beard. And that ain't the thick-ass beard yet. Because I'm like, he looks different. I'm like, his beard is thick as hell. But it is what it is. So, from there, we see Hannah, Benny, and Katheryn going back to the house. Katheryn in her same blue dress that was right after the whole funeral home scene. And Benny like go do whatever. Benny went whatever in the house. Each time I'm going to my room. Because again, remember, Katheryn gave Hannah this house because Hannah ass is homeless. So Katheryn like, you're going to stay here for the time being. And that's what they being. And, so now Hannah and Katheryn are discussing a living situation. Whereas Katheryn like, you need to just be comfortable in this house. And Hannah acting like, I've just never been comfortable. I've never been able to live somewhere where I didn't pay my rent or pay for it. Girl, when you living somewhere that you ain't got to pay for, in some people's minds, that means your ass has made it. And my thing is, it ain't that you living rent-free because you scammed someone or that you getting over on somebody. You have blessed Katheryn's life enough to where this is your blessing coming back, and you don't even see it. You fighting your blessing hand over fist, and it's kind of aggravating because for Hannah should know to give is to receive, and you've given so much, you're not receiving your blessing, and you blocking that shit like an idiot, and it's kind of really aggravating. And so when she sent out she's never lived anywhere where she didn't have to pay anything, Katheryn then says, okay, well, fine. Come work for me. My new house is bigger than what, it's bigger than my last house, and the maid I have now, basically, she's an idiot. She's not that smart. Could you come work for me? Show her the ropes and basically just run the whole house, run the staff. That's like a manager's position, Hannah. She's not asking you to like be her regular maid like you were before. She's saying be the boss to the maids of my house and let me pay you to do it. 'Cause I'm paying you to work in my house, and I gave you a house. Girl, do you not get that this is your blessing in disguise? Out of all the years that you've done, you clean floors, you babysat, whatever you've been had to do to scratch and survive. This is your blessing, where you are blessed, to where your one house, the car ran into it and burned down. Then you was at a hotel. You had Benny house and it got taken away. All the stuff that you've been through. This is kind of your blessing. Girl, take it. But she says no, she doesn't want to come back to work for Katheryn either. Saying, what did she say? I don't want to. Oh, because our family has been through too much. There's too much, things between our family. And Katheryn was like, "Well, can we start to rebuild and start over and move past it?" And my thing is, have your family been through a lot? Absolutely. Because between your daughter fucking her husband, her son damn near killing your son, it is a whole bunch of muck up in the middle. But technically, a little bit of that wasn't even really Katheryn. It was more Jim. I mean, Katheryn had a little bit to do with it, you know what I'm saying? But Katheryn isn't as horrible as Jim Ass is, let's be honest. And for the most part, Katheryn tries to be a good person. She just sometimes do some real messed up things, and it is what it is. But Katheryn, like, well, you know what? I really need you. And the thing that because she's not offering Hannah the job because she want Hannah to be her maid. No, she's offering Hannah a job because she just wants Hannah in her life, and she see Hannah needs a job. Because let's face it, Hannah ain't got no money. So my thing is, Hannah, yeah, you do have this out that she gave you, but your ass got to at least buy some groceries. You got to have some money. And she said, it's like, I need to have my own money. Well, come work for me. Or if not, go get a job wherever else. But you can't act like, oh, you just trying to give me this stuff for nothing. Girl, take it and shut the hell up. So from there, we see how Hannah was saying, like, I wish I had this house before, because Q would have been safe here. And then, Kath's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, it isn't your fault, what I'm saying, what happened. But I'm just, I'm trying to get used to everything. So, I'm sorry. At that point in time, my future baby daddy, Mitch, walked in. I think Mitch is so cute. I have a thing for white boys. I don't think I'll ever date one. Because I think it'll be I think I'm just not equipped to date a white guy. Like, not to be racist. I don't think they can handle me, honestly. Anyway, Mitch coming in, my future baby daddy coming in, and he just comes in to give us condolences or whatever. He's also there to talk to Benny. So from there, him and Benny go into the kitchen, and Hannah and Katheryn's in the living room, and Katheryn get a phone call. Come to find out, it's the hotel, because Jim is there, and his credit card is declined. And why they calling Katheryn? Because Katheryn ass has canceled Jim's credit cards. You know how to be a boss, a bitch, when you want to divorce your husband? Divorce, sleep with him, put him out of the house, burn the house down that y'all was sharing, and then cancel that fool's credit cards. That's how you be a boss move and divorce your damn husband and leave his ass destitute. I'm like, Jesus. So she like, oh yeah, I canceled the card. It's so funny. Is he still there? Yep. Keep him down there. I'll be down there in a minute. And we see that she's going down to the hotel to see him. Hannah was talking or whatever, and Hannah was saying how it was a leak in the kitchen. She's gonna call like somebody to get it fixed, and Kat's like, no, I'm gonna call the builder, and he'll come do it for free. I'm just gonna call this. I think the builder is gonna be that man. It's gonna be the granddaughter, the girl who was killed in the hit and run, the grandfather who liked Hannah. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be him. I think they didn't give him that little bit of a role before for nothing. And him and Hannah liked each other. Hannah wanted to give him some, but nothing happened. But I'm gonna call that it's gonna be him who gonna be the builder or whatever, and that's how he gonna come back to Hannah's life. Anywho, from there, before Katheryn leaves, Hannah does say, you know what? I'm gonna come by your house. I'll show your new girl the ropes. I'm not gonna be there long, but I'll show her how you like things. That's Hannah's way of saying we're gonna see if I can get back into the thing of working with you to see if our families can coexist. Because I feel like if Katheryn gonna divorce Jim, her and Hannah can be as what I'm saying, Gail and Oprah. From there we see Benny and Mitch in the kitchen talking. Basically, Benny's still living La La Land. Benny is still focused on his dang on trucking company and his towing company, and he wants to talk to Mitch about them buying a new truck. But they don't have no money. They both broke. And so Benny say, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking we can go to your family and get them to loan us some money. And Mitch like, dude, I told you before, that ain't good money because if you don't pay him back, it's not pretty and I can't help you if you go through with this. And, being like, look, we ain't got no choice. Um, like we were making money before, so if we get us a new truck, we can make more money and we can pay it back. You know what I'm saying? We a team. We can be a team. Submit says, okay, I'll call my uncle, I'll call my grandmother. But again, if you renege on this loan, it's gonna be hell to pay. And he like, will they try to touch my mom, my family? And he was like, no, this is only $45,000. That's not bad. That's nothing. He like, for that, they'll just like break your arms, break your legs, maybe kill you and bury you, but it won't be your family. I'm looking like, and he said it so nonchalantly, like, yeah, they'll just kill you. It's like, they'll let your mama live. He like, so they won't kill your mom, but she would have to live with knowing that you got murdered. I'm like, fucking mafia ass shit. So Benny like, okay, it's fine, we can do this, and we gonna do it. It's gonna be fine. But I need to go talk to Candace real quick at the hotel. Let's go over there. Now, Benny don't know that Mitch helped Candace kill War at the end of the last episode. So we gonna see how that goes. So what do we see? We see Candace. And what is Candace doing? Candace back to hooking. I'm looking like, girl, you just buried your son. You already back to tricking? Girl, oh my God, Candace, this can't be this stupid. But sometimes when all you know is hooking, you just look, you can't cook no more. She comes to the room with her John. This is a white guy, whatever, little dude in the suit. And he like, I can't wait to do this. She's like, take your clothes off. I'm like, you gonna just get right into it? And he taking his jacket off, and she's like, give me your wallet. And then he like, oh, it's like that. And he gives her the wallet. She opens it. She was like, this is all you have? And he was like, that's $1,800. And she was like, you think that's enough? And he was like, yeah. And she's like, look at my body. Do you think this is how much it costs to get with me? He was like, yeah. I mean, let's not get it twisted. $1,800, that's a lot of money. But if I was a prostitute, what amount would I put on myself? I mean, I wouldn't want to be a prostitute, though. But, I mean, if you sleeping with somebody, is $1,800 enough? Like, okay, I think if you if you have good cootie cat, you know what I'm saying? If you like a new prostitute, you don't really do this much, but you know how to have sex. Maybe like $2,500 a pop is, you know what I'm saying, not that bad. I wouldn't say five. Wait, no, five. You know what? She's right. I want $5,000 a pop. Yep, I want 5 whole grand. Point blank into the period. So anyway, she ain't had that much. He only had $1,800, and she was like, that ain't enough. You need to go. And he like, what are you talking about? She's like, you need to leave. I'm not giving you your money back. You need to get out. Go home to your wife. And he like, you're such a whore. Sir, that ain't nothing new. You thought she was a whore, and that's why you went to the hotel room. You didn't think she was a church-going lady. You wasn't going there to pray. You went there to be with a whore. So my thing is, calling a prostitute as a whore, that's like calling Ronald McDonald a clown. Bitch, he got on makeup. He's a goddamn clown. She out here prostituting herself. She's a whore. It is what it is. So he like, you little bitch, I'll see you later. But he do leave because she like, look, go home to your wife. I know I can see the tan around your wedding ring finger, whatever. Go ahead on. Now, I don't know if they're going to bring him back later, if he's going to be like some corporate judge who going to send her to prison or whatever. It's going to come back some kind of way because he said, I'll see you again, which means we're going to see his ass again some kind of way. So when he leaving out, who coming in? Here come Benny. And Benny looking like, this have an up-head horn already. Like, she just better goddamn on son. And, when Benny come in, he like, oh, so you back at it already? She was like, I'm doing what I know how to do. They whole argument back and forth. This is about how he's saying, I don't want you to be hooking. And she like, that's what I'm doing. It is what it is. Him talking about, I know you hurt because Q and, we all hurt. I know what your son is bad, but, we're your family. And she like, I buried my family. My family was cremated. I'm good on you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no family. And she acting like she don't care, because he's not like, we hurt, mama hurt. She's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm doing what I'm going to do, and you need to get out of here because I have a whole other John coming. You got him back to back. He like, so you really doing it? You really back to hooking? And she's like, no, I'm not sleeping with them. I'm robbing them. And he like, That don't make it no better. And it doesn't. Because if you keep robbing people in that nice fancy hotel, they gonna arrest your ass, girl. It's illegal. But, Candace is Candace. And she like, I don't care. And he like, look. Mommy got a new house. It's big. Got all these bedrooms. You can come back to the house. She like, I ain't never coming back there. Ever, 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 ever. He like, look, no matter what, remember your family is waiting on you. And she's like I told you, my family was cremated. Meaning my only family was my son. He dead. I'm by myself in these streets. It is what it is. And he's still trying to convince her. You're like, look, you can come back to the house. It's gonna be tough for a minute, but you can move in with us. You can go back to school. Try to be a lawyer. And she like, you really living in the fantasy world. And Benny really do got this idea that things can get back to normal. Boy, her son dead. Your mama broke and she devastated. Your ass lost your tow yard. Like, it's a whole, you can't even think that things can just get back. Benny, I need you, girl. You sexy, okay? You can get it, Benny. But you a little. Sometimes I be like, Benny, no. I mean, to say move, they hate each other. They ain't gonna move back together. It's just so stupid. And she was like, keep dreaming, Benny. And then, of course, Benny leaves, and it is what it is. So from there, we see Jim at the hotel. He mad, he huffing and puffing, and trying to blow all the houses down. But he ain't no big bad wolf no more because he ain't got no money. And so when he like, let me speak to your manager. The manager will come up. It's this cute little, you know what I'm saying? this little young tender. And it's the same guy that Katheryn was on the phone with earlier who called to tell her that he was down there. And he like, look, you know who I am. And he like, yeah, you're Mr. Crier. And he's like, so you know who I am, right? You know who owns this hotel? He's like, the whatever group. And if you know that, my family owns 75% of that group. So basically, we own this hotel, me and my wife. And as he's saying that, dude's smiling because guess who walking up? Katheryn. And Katheryn like, well, that's not entirely true, Jim. And I'm like, see, Katheryn and Jim is crazy. So he like, Katheryn, cut my car back on, Katheryn. She was like, no, my lawyer told me that it's not smart, for this divorce. We need to keep our money separate. I mean, I love Katheryn when she's in that mode because it's funny. And she petty as hell. She's petty. Ooh, she's so petty. And she like, I'm going to give you what you gave me. You've been cheating on me for years. You've been with these little heifers, putting your penis in whatever thing that move and just sticking it and dipping it. It's all different sauces and ranches and Italian dressings. And I ain't got time for you. Put it in hot sauce and black sauce and white sauce and Puerto Rican sauce and not my sauce. So, you know what I'm saying? Dip your pickle in something else besides me. I ain't doing nothing you can't. I'm not putting that card back on. I'm not taking you back. And he keeps saying stuff like, do you really want to go there with me? If we get a divorce, then, we are no longer under spousal privilege. Meaning, in law, if you're married to someone, they legally can't testify against you because it's spousal privilege. But if they get divorced and something goes to court or whatever, he can't testify against her if they're no longer married. And she was like, I don't care. I ain't did nothing. And I'm like, I guess she forgot that she killed Jennifer Allison. Not that she forgot. I think she don't care anymore. But he trying to convince her that they have to be a team and be together. And she's completely over. She's like, look, I don't give 2 fucks, 3 fucks, 4 fucks, 5 fucks, or a swan of ducks. I'm just over the whole situation, and I ain't taking you back. And all she keeps saying, he keeps saying, like, reactivate the card. How am I supposed to survive? And my thing is, that's the thing with some people. You can't be out here and only rich on credit. You know what I'm saying? Because if them credit cards is canceled and you don't have no money, you broke and destitute and you ain't got nothing to do. You basically Candace. Okay? Catch some teas. I'm still wondering who the hell ever got in this room. Who knows? So they're kind of going back and forth or whatever. And then she just says, look, you want a room? I want Wyatt's address. Because again, Jim know where Wyatt is, but Katheryn doesn't. And he's like, what? And she's like, give me Wyatt's address. And he's like, I want a room. I want a room. And then dude behind it kind of like, Miss Crier, do you want us to give him room? And she was like, no, call security, have his ass escorted out through the front door. And he was like, I want a room, Katheryn. And she's like, I want Wyatt's address, Jim. And they stand still. And we see that whole thing goes away. We then see a small clip of Oscar watching like a security camera, and we see Quita, I think she was like at an ATM trying to use Wyatt's credit card. I'm like, Why is Quita still here? Quincy ass is dead, buried, and gone. Quita, girl, I just, but I guess it's gonna be a whole situation between her and Candace later. So because we saw that in the preview, but it is what it is because we know Oscar is still looking up Wyatt stuff because Jim wants to get whatever money back that Wyatt has spent. So we see that little scene, and then we see a small scene with Wyatt and the girl who's the doctor. No, she's not. She's like the sober nurse coach. I can't think what her name is, but they were in a park at the end of the last season, and he saw like a priest, and he kind of freaked out or whatever. So come to find out, the priest is one of the priests who touched him and molested him. So it kind of, of course, it triggered him. He wants to use, and she's like, we're not gonna use. We can't do that. And he's saying, he touched me, and I didn't want him to, but he wouldn't stop. Wyatt crying, now the girl crying, looking like, girl, ain't you supposed to be strong when you the goddamn gonna aid? Like, you can't break down with him. You can't, girl, no. Suck them tears in, girl, suck them tears in. And he like, I've never been around someone who had this kind of, reaction to that. Like, you're crying. She's like, I know, just kind of his home. Come to find out, she was molested as a kid, so it was triggering for her as well, hearing him tell his story. And then they both crying. I'm looking like, well, goddamn it. Who's the counselor here? Now he cradling her and he trying to make her feel better. And I'm like, but he the drug addict. Girl, what is you doing? And then he tried to kiss her and she's like, no, we can't do this. But then guess what they start doing? They start being nasty together. And I'm like, Wyatt, you gonna sleep with this girl? Okay. And not only that girl, you gonna be messing around with Wyatt? Oh. But I called it last. I said they gonna have that girl be his person. They're gonna have her help him get better, and then they're gonna be whatever together, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And I'm like, but that ain't a way to help him. You can't be out here kissing on men's who crying because they was molested, and you supposed to be their doctor. Like, you supposed to help them, not help yourself to their penis. That's not what you're supposed to do. So as this happening, I'm looking like, damn it, I'm worrying about where's Derek, where's David, where's Eric? Is her name Erica? Candace's friend, I can't remember her name. I wrote down Erica. I think that's what her name is. And I just thought about, like, damn, is that her real name? But I was like, and seeing the whole Wyatt and the other girls, I'm like, damn, I wonder where David and the girl is and what's going on with Melissa and Veronica. And here we go. We see someone pulling up to this big ass house. Big old huge house. I'm looking like, who house is that? Like, what's going on? David then brought Erica ass to his house that he bought when Veronica burned down their last house. So he like, yeah, I bought this house when my last house burned down. I thought I would move into it with Veronica, but we didn't work out. And I just kept the house. I was going to sell it because it's too big for a house for just me. And she's like, oh my God, this house is so beautiful. It's so nice. And he's like, yeah, it is nice. But again, it's too small for me, But I do feel like, could nobody find you in this house? And I would have been like, is you trying to murder me? Like, why they can't find my body in this house? And he's like, no, I mean like that. I just mean, if it was me and you here, I think it would be good. And he's like, I just feel like I wouldn't mind living here if I was living here with you. I'm like, David move fast. But he's an old-time player, okay? He got them smooth moves, them smooth tones to his voice. He real baritone sometimes, and he real sexy sometimes. And we know that she want to move in with him because she ain't got nowhere else to go. And her ass still had Candace. But she trying to play it cool, trying to play it safe. And she's like, David, we don't even know each other that well. We haven't been talking that long. And he's like, look, I know you enough to know that I do want you around me. And some people do say that, like, if you, sometimes you know when you know. But, I mean, the reason we know that he don't know is because she not even who he thinks she is. And if he like it, I love it. And she like, but all I have is the clothes on my back. He pull out his card, he's like, huh. He give her the titanium card. It was like, go shopping, go ball out, you know what I'm saying? Looking like I hit a lick, go hit a lick at the store. Get whatever you want, and don't even worry about it, I don't want to hear anything from you, just go shopping. And she's like, oh my God, Dave, I just can't. And he's like, you know what? But I need you to give me one thing. And she's like, well, what is it? He's like, I need you to give me the name of your ex that she didn't lie and said beat her up. And we know it was a whole war, Candace debacle. And she's like, no, I can't do that. I just don't want to get you involved in my past. I just want you to leave it alone. And he like, okay, fine. But let me show you around. So as they walking around the house, here come Jim homeless ass walking to his house like, David, David, David. First of all, you come to my house unannounced, you getting shot. Even if you come to my house saying my name, you can't just walk in my house. You know what I'm saying? At all. I mean, like when I go to my parents' house, I open up my key and I be like, hello. Before I like fully walk in. Well, no, I fully walk in. I do. But they're my parents. You know what I'm saying? That ain't your man, David. That ain't your man. I mean, David. That ain't your house, Jim. Calm your ass down. So David come out and David like, look, I got company. What's up? What's going down? Jim like, look, I need you to give me some money. I need to borrow your credit card. Katheryn put me out. She cut my cars off. I'm out here in the streets. I'm destitute, basically. And so they talking or whatever. But David is saying how I have company. You can come back later. We can't talk right now. I can't do it right now. But I'll call down to the hotel and get you a room. So they're talking a little bit, and what was they talking about? Because he said, with the whole Katheryn thing, the whole Jennifer Salison body situation, he like, we have to go talk to Mama Rose. And David like, she won't even return my phone calls. I don't know what's going on. And then he said, to get to Mama Rose, we're going to have to go through Hannah's son. And he's like, Benny? Why? Benny? And he's like Benny is in good with Mama Rose's grandson, Mitch. So that's the only way we're going to probably be able to get in contact with her. And Jim like, all right, whatever. But, I want to meet this new girlfriend of yours. He like, no, you can't meet her right now. It ain't going to happen. He like, give me your credit card, David. And he's like, no. He give David some cash. He give him some cash. He like, where's your credit card, David? He like, you gave that girl your credit card. She must be some piece of ass. He like, Jim, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I'll call the hotel, get your room. We'll talk later. It is what it is because you're not going to be here right now. So he leaves and it is what it is. The last scene that we see, which I really hoped would have been the first scene that we see, but we did not see, is the car is flipped over and we see, one person in the car hung upside down. Then we see someone crawling out. Now, I cannot remember what they was wearing last season, so I'm like, well, who crawling out? It wasn't until I saw the shoes. They looked a little, this not fan. Something like, okay, that's Melissa. So Melissa was crawling out of the car. And she crawls away, and you hear Veronica like, help me. And Melissa laughing, girl. Melissa laughing like, ha, 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 ha. Because she like, bitch, you the devil. Why you scared of them flames? And I'm like, she is the devil. Veronica's the damn devil. And she like, you the devil. You shouldn't be scared of no flames. I'm going to sit here and watch you die. Die, bitch. Die. I'm like, she really hate Veronica. And she sat on that curb and Veronica like, help me, Melissa. Help me. Look, I wouldn't have helped her ass either. Not only would I have not have helped Veronica, my ass would not have sat there. I would have got up and walked further enough away to where if the car blew up, it would not hurt me, okay? Or I would have walked far enough away to where I would like, I was so dazed and confused. I didn't even realize that she was in the car. She was in the car? Would have had a whole scene. Would have been like scene. Look, girl. I would not have helped Veronica either because Veronica's batshit crazy. But the episode goes off with her saying, "I'm gonna sit here and watch you die, bitch." I'm like, you crazy, girl. You crazy. So we don't see what happens to Veronica. We see that she's still caught in the car. She smells flames. We see all the smoke as Melissa told her, you the devil, bitch. Why you scared of flames? It is what it is. We do see we see a preview of the next episode where the car is still on fire and she's still sitting there watching, whatever. So I don't think they're going to kill Veronica off. I thought to myself, Veronica's going to survive. It's going to be something like she's going to maybe be paralyzed and she's going to need help to do everything. And because no one likes her, her ass going to be stuck and destitute because no one likes Veronica. It is what it is. But yeah. So, that's how the episode went off. I am very excited for this season. It seems like it's going to be really, really good based on the previews. If Loving You Was Wrong, the previews for that also looks amazing. We have The Quad coming back on in about 2 weeks. We have Growing Up Hip Hop coming back on Thursday. I am about to review the challenge show because I like the challenge show and some people said I should review it, so I am. But other than that, this is my review for Season 5, Episode 1 of The Have and Have Nots. I hope you enjoy. Please remember to throw your comments below, to like the video if you like it. And if you don't like it, like it anyway, you know what I'm saying, and be blessed. And don't forget, if you have not done so already, to please subscribe to my channel. So, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner.